Can you explain why, in your perspective, Norway is hotspot for shipping? Is it a combination of the Viking era, etc., and the right people and the right money? Or is it coincidence because you have other nations like Portugal and other that also should be good in shipping based on their history? Why do you think Norway has that position you think it has?
Well, history is extremely important. And, whether it's Norway, Portugal, or Greece, historical factors have played a very important role in these countries having a close contact with the sea. Having said that, for a number of reasons, I guess in some ways there are some similarities between Greece and Norway. Both countries were relatively poor compared with other neighbors or European countries before the discovery of oil by Norway. And I guess a lot of people didn't have a lot of alternatives but to go to sea and to become merchants and to try to expand their business and succeed through shipping. So I think this, together with the fact that conditions in Norway, being in the North Sea, and are very severe, which means that the Norwegian shipping naval people have to be historically very knowledgeable and experienced to survive. When the opportunities came and oil was discovered, all this tradition enabled the Norwegian companies to develop a lot of expertise in all different kinds of shipping, including offshore exploration of shipping, exploration for oil. Today, the same thing goes for, wind turbines that are being installed at sea, etc. And I think because of this, because shipping was a very important part of Norwegian life, and because of the historical tradition that Norway had in shipping, I think this is the reason why it has developed so much. In other countries that are wealthier than Norway, or were now with oil, of course, Norway is extremely wealthy, but per capita, but bigger countries with much bigger populations, and they had also you could, make ketchup and make money, or make Heinz, Tabasco. I'm watching CNN these days with the saga with the American elections, and they have this program for 100-year-old companies, and they said, for example, how the company that makes Tabasco was created, and this is a huge business. But this became a huge business because the United States is a big country. We couldn't really make a Tabasco company in Greece with a small population, or Norway, and we start from there and export it everywhere else. So I think that the history plus coincidences like the fact that there was a lot of oil discovered in Norwegian waters, I think that this helped create a nation that's very experienced and very knowledgeable in shipping, like Norway.
I feel like
also another thing is that Norway is also very transparent. Institutions work in Norway, which is also extremely important for a business, for a country to flourish. You cannot have a country flourishing without the rule of law or the respect for the law. And Norway has that transparency in this respect, which is also extremely important.